Hi everybody, Andrew Cherin here. I'm a personal injury lawyer in Seattle. I represent people who are in car accidents. And today's episode is about how frequent people actually in Seattle are involved in car accidents. You'd find surprising that Seattle averages a car accident every 6.9 years. So anybody that lives in Seattle, you're getting in a car accident basically every 7 years, according to Allstate statistics that just came out for the major cities around the U.S. And these are 2015 statistics. You'd find interesting that number one is actually Boston, Massachusetts, averaging 3.9 years between car accidents of residents in Boston. Los Angeles and San Francisco are tied with 6.1 years between car accidents, and they're tied for sixth on that list. And I think a lot of it has to do with how close residents actually are to each other and how congested the freeways and city streets around those major metropolitan areas are, which contribute to how often people are in car accidents. Statistics show generally that summer is actually the month where there's the most car accidents, and a lot of that has to do with more people on the road, more people driving, and not so much that people are working, but people are taking long trips out of state into different areas that they're normally not in. So that contributes to those areas as well. And Boston and Los Angeles, maybe some of theirs has to do with tourists as well being in those areas. Some things that you can do to try to help avoid being in a car accident are being aware of your surroundings. I know it's kind of hard, but looking in your rearview mirror constantly, trying to see if the person behind you is slowing down, give them a little notice if you could. Maybe honk your horn if you see that they're not looking, or try to veer off to the side or something if you're kind of bracing for impending impact at that point. Also, things you can do is when you're going up to a stoplight, a traffic light, make sure that the person that's on your left or who's on your right as well, going through an intersection, is slowing down and going to actually stop. You never know when someone's going to run an intersection, but you can kind of see it coming to a certain degree. If you kind of, if you're at the front of the pack and the light just turns green, you kind of just approach that intersection very cautiously and then slowly make your way through the intersection. Another thing you can do is make sure your car is fully tuned up, so get the repairs and maintenance regularly, because if your car stalls, you're more likely to be in a car accident as well. I don't know how many times I've seen cars stalled on the side of the road, in major highway areas that are really congested during rush hour, and I had fear for my life if I'm out there trying to fix a tire or something on the side of the road. And they're surprising how many people actually get into accidents because of that, hitting those people because they don't see them, or hitting the person in front of them because they're all of a sudden slamming on the brakes to avoid this car that's stalled in the middle of the freeway. Those are just some of the tips that you can use maybe to help you avoid some car accidents. I hope you guys have found this video useful and informative, and if you've been in a car accident, very sorry, please give me a call if you need a consultation. I give free consultations. I'll walk you through all your options moving forward with a car accident injury case and what you can do to preserve your case, make sure you're getting the most value for it, and number one, getting the best treatment that you can with all the options that you have to pay for treatment. I can walk you through insurance coverage, what your insurance provides, what the defendant's insurance provides, etc. I give free consultations, so feel free to give me a call. My number is 206-850-6716, and you can visit me online at my website, www.lawsharon.com.